Chapter 21 Armageddon. No. Wait, Vic. No need to go follow Equestria. I like you. You're fine. Alright? I know every bad pony fic I've read goes into Fallout Equestria, but I like you. So you're safe. You're not going to turn to Fallout Equestria. I like you. You like me. So go ahead, but put down your mega spell. That's it. Back away slowly. He was in his castle. Fluttershy stood at the door, pulling on her cape. Do you really have to go? Discord asked. The Pegasus smiled. I'm only going out for the night, honey. After all, it's not every night Twilight comes to town. We haven't had a girls' night out in ages. Yes, but... He twirled his fingers. I thought we could have a you and me night. He glanced down sadly. Then he felt Fluttershy's self-hoof, lifted his chin so his eyes could meet hers. While her stare could never manipulate him in the way it did animals, her loving gaze could always warm his heart. Then she gently kissed him on the muzzle. Tell you what, she said. Tomorrow we could drop Screwball off at Derpy's for a sleepover. They'll spend the whole night together. How does that sound? His lips slowly curled to a smile and he nodded. Besides, Fluttershy continued, it's not like you'll be alone. As if on cue, a 4-year-old Squirrel appeared between them. Mommy! She died. Your bedtime story? Sorry, honey, the Pegasus said, taking to filling her arms. Mommy has to leave now. Where are you going? Out with your aunts. I'll be back in the morning. She kissed her daughter on the forehead. Be good for your father now. Mommy. Once he was gone, Discord sunk into the couch. Young Screwball tapped his leg. What are you saying? The Draconicus looked down into Sleep Philly's spiral eyes. They were filled with concern, yet still adorable. Smiling slightly, he lifted the taller onto his knee. Daddy just misses Mommy, that's all. Oh my god. Discord? Man! I think it's time for you to go out. This is going to be bordering on obsessive if you're not careful. Dude, come with me. I'll get you a couple of drinks. We'll go out, get a couple of brewskis, maybe catch a football game, maybe play some D&D. But dude, get out of the house. Screwball nodded in understanding. Discord looked up as he felt chocolate milk drip onto his head. He grinned when he saw it falling from a cotton candy cloud. He scooted out of the way and made a glass appear to catch the milk. Feel bear? Screwball asked. He turned to the filly and squeezed her in the crook of his arm. Yes, dear. Feel bear. The scene shifted. Discord found himself in the garden. He glanced around the greenery. All right, he called. Where are you? He heard a laugh and spun around. Screwball, now a teenager, was peering out from behind a tree. Aha! He gasped and teleported from her position. You can run, but you can't hide. He was about to look for his dart when he heard another giggle. This one delicate and enchanting. He grinned mischievously and moved quietly as possible towards the sound. Then he spied a spot of pink behind a bush. Tugging to himself, he teleported to that spot. His surprised Fluttershy as he scooped up Robin in his arms. You're it, he whispered. Fluttershy groaned. We need to make a new set of rules for the game. Rules, my dear? Have you forgotten who you married? He then brought his lips down upon hers as he muttered a response. Oh, do you guys have to do that every time you catch each other? The couple pulled away to see Screwball scowling at him. 2-month-old Zany in her arms. Then again, Chicago said, should we have a new set of rules, like when a tagged creature kisses some point or both of it? Wait, what? Screwball cried out as her parents pulled her and Zany in for a group hug. They began laughing, and the children could not resist laughing along as they tightened their embrace. Oh, my soul, my little bitty heart. The image rippled as Discord woke from his dream. He sat up and realized he had fallen asleep on one of his clouds. He looked down and saw Jenny cuddled up beside him. He smiled at the infant's innocent face and petted his pink mane. That pink mane. It was just like Fluttershy's. Zane's eyes had opened, revealing spiral eyes. And they were purple deep just like Screwball's. Discord recalled the memories from his dream. Those were the days, he muttered. Since he had fallen in love with her, Fluttershy always brought joy to his miserable existence. The birth of Screwball had doubled that joy. They were a family. They loved each other, covered each other when troubled. Sure, they had their ups and downs, but they would always work it out in the end. Why could it not be that way again? He knew the answer. Fluttershy had broken his heart. Dizzy, baby, this is just my brain talking, but, maybe you should, calm down for a bit, look at the past again, examine all the angles, and remember that changelings are a thing! Every problem with this all falls back into changelings are a thing! Magic is a thing! If I was in Teldori right now and I saw Vex kissing anybody that was not Percy, my mind would not be thinking that Vex was trying to move on to another human. No, my first thought would be, who's that doppelganger and why has they enchanted Vex? Since their marriage, there has scarcely been a day without Fluttershy. Even when she was not there, she would never be along for long. And I thought about it. This was the longest they had been apart. Dizzy? Dude, I think we really need to talk about the thin line between pure love and obsession. Under dark circumstances. During captivity, he nearly forced her into marriage. In his anger, he physically harmed her. Then he released her and did not see her again for 3 days. This was different. This time she was not coming back. Why was she? After all, it was clear by the way she had kissed that stallion that she did not love him as she had before. It destroyed him. No one had told him that love did not always last forever. Then there was Screwball, his daughter, flesh and blood, his chaotic protege. She was no different from her mother. She had left him too, obviously not caring about how he felt about it. She and her mother were probably in the home of that stallion, rejoicing at how they had broken the Lord of Chaos. Hey, Dizzy, it does show that you can go back in time. It would seem to me that the best way to figure out who that stallion is to pop open Applejack's head again and proceed to try to find it. Or, replay your thoughts in your own mind and try to look up the stallion. And look it up. Or maybe just grow up hair and actually go to that house. Or, do things like that. Rather than just sitting around here with, to the point where I feel like I'm going to take a large pair of hedge clippers and cut off your balls because you clearly aren't using them! Discord shook his head. No, he was not broken. He was more powerful than any pony in Equestria. Look at the world I've created. He did so. I thought it would prove that he was not weak. But as soon as he laid eyes on the chaotic town, his heart sank. It was all so beautiful, but who was there to appreciate it? He glanced at Zane, who was smiling up at him with an open mouth. At least he had him. But you're a fool. You'll appreciate anything. He put his paw to his heart. It was beating slower than usual, and he could hear a string snap. He had told his family time and time again that love was the most powerful form of chaos there was. How ironic that it was the very thing that he lived for would ultimately destroy him. There he is. His ears perked up at the sound of Princess Twilight's voice. Bored as shit! Despite everything that had occurred in the last few days, despite the tension between them, he still thought Fluttershy was the most beautiful thing in the world. Are you listening to me? Discord had been so focused on his wife that he had not heard Twilight's words. I said your 24 hours are up. He scratched his head. 24 hours? Wait, are you actually asking me about what I meant by 24 hours? Why, yes, I did. Then that must mean, obviously, that Discord was fake. Oh no, then that must mean that was in fact Chrysalis. Well, gosh darn it. That might so much say it's after all. When Discord levitate, why did Discord just levitate your crown when he could just snapped it onto your head and made something silly out of it? As a matter of fact, why did he just teleport him and Fluttershy away when he could have done that instantaneously? And you know, girls, I just realized that the magic aura that was enveloped around the little bitty crowd was in fact green. Wow, it makes so much sense now. Can we skip the rest of this plot? I think we can. After all, I just proved everything wrong with this plot point. Everything. Let me guess. I'm just gonna take a wild shot in the dark here, but somehow, they're going to finally start using the brains that they should have had at the beginning of the story and realize the fucking obvious. Let me scroll down and I'll find out. Let's see here. We have the usual, if you loved me so much, why did you betray me? I didn't. Discord refuses to listen, even though she just said she did. And by now, Discord should actually have some sort of rational mind, or actually should be thinking. Look, I don't care if he's the god of chaos. Let's not forget, Discord actually has a brain. He should be immediately thinking, hey, wait a minute. Where is Screwball? Why don't they know where she is? Questions. Maybe I should ask. But nope. Gotta remove Discord's IQ just to make this plot work. Anakin, take over this dialogue for me. Okay. If you love me so much, why did you betray me? Anakin, you're breaking my heart. Ugh. If you love me so much, why do you still take their side? You're my brother, Discord. You're the chosen one. You're supposed to balance the force, not leave in the darkness. Oh god, oh god. This is making me pine for the emotional climax of Star Wars Episode 3. At least there, that makes sense. And of course, my biggest complaint is this. Nobody's sitting back and doing the freaking obvious. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a couple of hot-headed pilots in here to do the speaking obvious. Let's see. Hey! Koji, over here, yeah? Want to do the honors? Fine. It's a changeling, you dork! Ryoma? It's a changeling! Changelings are present, you idiot! You asshole! I would ask for Shinobu from Dan Cougar, but he said he won't come in. I'm surprised Rainbow Dash hasn't shouted out, Changelings! out there, or Pinkie Pie. Does somebody please just shout the word, it was a changeling, you fucking twit! How did you get tricked so easily? My god! I believe T-Rex could trick Discord. But even then, I had to ask myself if Discord was really tricked or if he was just manipulating T-Rex. At 2, Zany. What was there left to live for? Moron. Stupid. This plot is stupid. Well, stupid. What are you waiting for, stupid? Discord, stupid. I said do it, stupid. 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 Stupid plot. Stupid. Stupid. And here comes Screwball to make the save. Save this plot point. Fat chance! You can't do this. You're all acting too stupid! Screwball, sweetie, please say the blinking obvious. Dad, it was a changeling. Finally, somebody said it. I mean, seriously, Applejack didn't say anything? Yeah, I don't know why I'm not saying the bleeding obvious here. Twilight, don't ask me. Dash, hey, have you watched Simba's Pride? Have you watched Scant's Adventure? For some odd reason, in these Disney second generation fix, the older generation got dumbed down. A lot. Oh, well, in that case, that's a perfect adaptation then. I mean, changelings are a thing, Dad. Yes, it's true. Maybe if you spend a little time asking Rarity or checking her mind too, you would be able to link up the story. But why were you going to turn me into stone? Didn't you want me out of the way? You were turning this out in the chaos, you dork! I was gonna put you in a time out. It's gonna be for about 5 minutes at most. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything about you to really Equestria. That was Chrysalis. How would you know? Because who else could turn into Discord? Wow, you're right. These Disney second generation fics really do have our brains drained. Hey, have you seen The Descendants? Have you seen Simba's Pride? Have you watched Scant's Adventure? Brains sucked dry. Or in the case of Little Mermaid 2, your personalities. Definitely gotta go with the personalities. Why did you ask her yourself? The pony's gas returned to the baby. Its eyes were blazing with green fire. Fluttershy shrieked and dropped him as he started to grow. Everyone backed away as it took the form of Chrysalis. So he growled at Screwball. You really are a thorn in my side, you know that. Wow, it is her. Discord grabbed Fluttershy and Screwball and pulled him closer. His teeth bared at the changeling queen. What have you done with my boy? He demanded. Doesn't matter, Chrysalis bellowed. What you should really worry about is yourselves, as I put Plan B into actions. She whistled, and everyone looked up as a swarm of changelings filled the sky. Discord laughed. Oh, you think a few bugs will stop me? He snapped his fingers, teleporting himself into ponies. Ha! Discord said when he reappeared. I sure showed her, didn't. He cast and saw that Chrysalis was still in front of him. He only traveled a few inches. The queen threw her back with a laugh. Ha 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 ha! You fools, she taunted. While I was disguised as your son, I fed off your love. Whatever power you had left was wasted on chocolate rains. No, the crocodile cried, looking down at his paw and claw. It's not possible. Big mistake, Chrysalis. Twilight exclaimed, powering a horn. You're going back to the Changeling Forest where you belong. Just as Magic was about to transfer it to her crown, Twilight's horn vanished. What? Why does this always happen to me? You know what? Flip this fic. I'm out. Bye. Again. Second generation sickness. Gee, no wonder Aang had to die. I would hate to see Korra basically turn Aang into an idiot. I have absorbed Discord's power, Chrysalis chuckled, as well as his daughters. Now that you cannot use magic, nothing can stop me now. What? Okay, so let me go over with what could possibly go wrong with your plan, Chrissy. What's stopping Discord Fluttershy and Screwball from escaping, as they have shown that they can do, a recharging? You already know that they have ways of escaping your wrath and recharging their magic. Actually, now that I think about it, does this work like Parasite? I mean, if Chrysalis is basically draining magic and now can use other opponents' magic because he drains them, does this work like Parasite now? And you just need to wait a little bit before your powers can recharge before you can start the ass whooping? Asking for a friend. You're not a very nice lady. Really? I hadn't noticed. They were now surrounded by changelings, in the air on the ground. Chrysalis circled her victims. I have been waiting to get revenge on a lot of you for years. She gloated. It's a pity that Princess Cadence and Tiny Honor aren't here to join the party. But I'll see to them later. I've watched you all in your perfect little lives, and well, they were just too perfect. So I spiced things up a little. Twice faced the Queen. What are you talking about? Oh, haven't you guessed? She gasped and spun around at the sound of her own voice, saw a duplicate of herself. It was I who told your boyfriend all those years ago. He was nothing but a peasant. Really? That was the whole reason for Flash and Twilight's argument? Was that she mocked him? That was it? That was the big thing you did? That was it? That... all of these you could have done? That was it? That was all you... that was all you could... I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Chrysalis, babe, you could do better. Actually, I've seen the audio play. You have done better. Right now, this whole time stupidity is hurting my brain so much. I'm gonna look at the commercials on the side of FinFic right now to make me feel better. And hey, Tasmania has a pie shop. Oh, I love that show. And there's the third season of The Adventures of Superboy. I could deal with that. The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. Chrysalis turned back to herself. That was all I did, of course. It was you who refused to talk things over with him. Shame, really. He had brought a ring for you, too. Twilight cussed her heart. All that time, she thought the reason Flash had left her was because he did not see how a relationship between a princess and a guard could work out. I got them all, pony. Oh, you stupid, no-good brain elite. I will return. Does he hate when these brain leeches suck the intelligence out of your favorite characters? It may seem the most reasonable, though it had not made sense since he'd been in a situation where her brother Fulser... Click. I'm this close to snapping people. I'm this close. Flash. Oh, she is every one of us. Chrysalis smirked and walked toward the white unicorn. Your love life, Miss Rarity, was not so hard to ruin. Rarity gasped as the queen transformed into Fleur-de-Lis. I didn't even need to kiss him to make you angry, she said in her new voice. But of course, I had to do it when you decided to go back to him. Oh, how he resisted me. He would not stop telling me how much he cared about you. If only you had listened to him. The unicorn mimicked Twilight's gesture, tears forming in her eyes. After turning to the Queen, the changeling turned to Applejack. I was going to take Rarity's form and rekindle your spiky waggy's old flame, but I had to keep your friendship with the unicorn stable if you were going to turn Discord to stone. That was all you? Twilight asked in disbelief. Indeed. I don't get it. I mean, I get why you're mad at them, because they helped you defeat you and all, but why pick on my dad? Tease Queen started her eyes with feeling, so he'll know what it's like to deal with a broken heart. Without warning, she saw a beam of discord, sending him flying into a floating cottage. Berry Putz stuck her head out the window to see what was going on. While she did, she slammed her shutters. Dad! Screwball cried. What do you like with the others? Chrysalis commanded her army. The conquest is mine. The filly narrowed her eyes. Not if I can help it. With a big shout, she pounced on the Queen. Chrysalis yelled in surprise, but did not let her guard down. You little brats. Using her magic, she flew the filly off. Screwball landed within the crown of changelings. Screwball! Flashlight streaked flying into the air. Hang on, sweetie, Mommy's coming. Stop her, Chrysalis yelled. Oh, no, you don't! Rainbow Dash exclaimed. Just as several changelings were about to apprehend Fluttershy, Rainbow whizzed through them, knocking them over like bowling pins. Hold your ground, girls, Twilight commanded her friends. Fight him off as best you can. The Cyan Pegasus pounded her host together. Bring it on! She let out a battle cry as she charged the changelings. She stopped in her tracks before she could kick her youngest star. Bizzle? Rainbow questioned. The filly blinked up at her and smiled deviously. Rainbow realized the truth too late when Prism delivered a right hook. Fluttershy caught her friend in the air. Don't let him distract you, Twilight shouted. Remember, they're just changelings. Oh, really? Yeah, Alicorn turned aghast at the sight of her ex-boyfriend. It wasn't a changeling who broke your heart, princess. The fake Flash Sentry said with a smirk. I was the one who said it was over. Twilight, you cannot be this stupid. Twilight shrieked as he backed into another changeling disguised as Flash. Even after all those years, it said, you wouldn't even talk to me. I said it was over, but you agreed with me, said another. I swear, one more stupid thing and I am fast-forwarding this. Don't listen to it, Twilight. They're lying. And heaven forbid they do that. I warned you, Vic. I warned you. Fast forward! Labby, press the fast forward button. I'm not dealing with the stupidity anymore. Trust me, folks, you ain't missing much. One of the changelings tries to turn into Applejack and then tries to pull out this whole entire bullshit of, oh, you were always jealous. Jealous because, you know, you'll never be as pretty and classy and sophisticated as Rarity. That's always been nagging your brain, huh? Since when was that a thing? If she wanted to be as sophisticated as Rarity, she would have lived back with the oranges. As a matter of fact, she can't be as sophisticated as Rarity. All she needs to do is get into that dress to become Apple. Jill. And then, of course, we got the whole entire bullshit of Applejack and Spike's relationship, which, again, as we've all pointed out, I'm not letting Spike have because it's utterly stupid. And, of course, it's just trying to add to the stupid love triangle that should have died a slow, painful demise. And then we get this other bullshit with Fancy Pants that really needs to be smarter not to do that, especially when he talks about not having a son. This whole entire changeling thing again and again, like the only person here who's acting a character is Pinkie Pie being silly. And you want to know how you could have improved the whole entire Screwball and Fluttershy scene? Have Fluttershy be so connected with Renard as he realizes who the real one is. You know, when I used the Changelings, I had them go up against the Wendigos and had them face off against creatures that fed on hate versus creatures that fed on love, and they both simultaneously were able to disintegrate each other. I'm just saying my fight scene was cooler. While the Queen was composing herself, Discord scanned to account for his family. He spotted his wife hysterical as Screwballs. By the way she was quivering, there was no doubt she was the real Fluttershy. Mom, you had to listen to me. It's really me. She's lying. I'm the real one. No, I am. First, I glanced frantically at all the Screwballs. Oh, which one is it? I don't know. Discord dove over to the stairs and swept her up. He held out his paw to the army of clothes. Hold it! Screwballs all quieted down. Okay, there's only one way to find out who the real Screwball is. He cleared his throat, saying, Oh, simple spawn of mine. Without you, I would be so lost. Have you by my side? Also, the clothes slid down in confusion. When one smile finished the line, No matter what the tragic cost. Discord grinned and took the filly in his other arm. Oh, that's my girl. The Changeling scowled and charged the trio, but Discord was quick and teleported out of the way, causing their attackers to collide. They reappeared only a few feet away, but at least they were concealed by a hay cart. Hey! I am so sorry, Discord said finally. Me too, Fluttershy said, taking his paw. Now's not the time, Screwball declared, ducking as a Changeling flew overhead. Father nodded. Right. You two stay here. Keep each other safe. I'll take care of Chrysalis. What? Dad, I can fight. No, I lost you girls once. I'm not going to lose you again. You know, there's a character on How It Should Have Ended that I utterly despise. It's that scientist guy that comes out and says, here's a better idea. Because every time he says it, I just want to punch him in the smug face. So, you know how desperate I am when I say this. Here's a better idea. Go to the Everfree Forest. Get to Sakura. Recharge. Then come back. Then kick some booty. Listen to your father, honey, Fluttershy said before turning to her husband. Be careful. I will, Discord uttered. But Screwball still protested. You're not strong enough, Dad. She'll kill you. He kissed her on her forehead. I'll be fine. He then turned to his wife and Screwball and saw the sorrow pass between their eyes. A tear fell down his cheek as Discord laid his hands on his love's shoulders and pulled her in for a long, desperate kiss. Fluttershy clung to him, never wanting to let go. It was as if they were sharing their last embrace. They did not want to pull away, but the screams from their friends forced them to. I love you, Fluttershy said abruptly. Discord caressed her cheek, and I love you. They were leaning in to kiss each other again when Sin's Changeling fell next to them. You should probably, yeah. Discord flapped his wings and rose to the sky. Hey, Chrissy, your mother eats stink bugs. The Queen growled and chased them after him. The others were fighting out Changelings, but they were outnumbered. Rainbow Dash was prepping for a sonic rainbow when something tapped her leg. Mom! Prism cried. Rainbow huffed. No way am I falling for that again. What are you talking about? Philly yelled as the mare lifted her by the tail. Time to teach you a lesson. The bolt screamed. She pulled to the sky, and Philly hung across straight the chair. Mom, what are you doing? Are you nuts? Says the lady thinks he can pull a fast one on Rainbow Dash. So long, sucker! Mom, don't. Rainbow released Philly. She screamed as she plummeted to the ground. She flapped her wings, but they were not strong enough to lift her body. As soon as Rainbow saw this, her eyes widened. Prism, help! Prism thought she was gone. Closed her eyes and pressed for the impact. But the ground never came. When she opened her eyes, she was on her mom's back. What gives, Mom? You trying to kill me? You know I can't fly yet. Instead of answering, Rainbow sat on her balcony and hollered, What the hell are you doing here? I told you to stay inside. I wanted to help. You get killed out here. Prism folded her forelegs. Yeah, you made your point when you dropped me from the sky. I thought you were a changeling. Where's your dad? Where are the twins? Why are they helping you out of trouble? Rainbow! Applejack shouted as he threw her changeling, disguised as cinnamon roll off her back. Would you save your lecture for a later? Give us a hoof fire? Pigskin started her eye her daughter. Don't leave the spot. But this isn't even our house, Prism protested. mother ignored her and returned to the fight. Only a second later, Dinky walked up beside Philly. "What are you doing on your balcony?" The unicorn turned to the bell. "What's going on?" she asked. "Ever comes from the moon fighting his dad?" Frizzle stared at the unicorn strangely and shook her head. Down below, Twilight was clicking loudly into flash duplicates. "I miss my horn," she grumbled. Then had an idea to spread her wings. She flapped so strongly she blew the changelings off balance. Twilight smiled smugly. "Oh yeah, I love these things." "There's too many of them," Elzak yelled as he fended off the duplicates of Cinnamon Stick. "We need help," Rarity cried, blasting out copies of Chainstone. Behind the hay cart, Scribble was trying to convince her mother to let her help the others. "Your father told us to stay put," Freshly screamed. "But Mom, I can fight them." "No, I will not let you get hurt." Screwball was about to protest further when she heard a familiar cry. She peered over the cart and saw a gray unicorn with mismatched eyes charging through the crowd. Light blue Pegasus filly with multicolored hair on her back. They both wore crimson strainers as helmets, and the Pegasus waved a wooden spoon. Screwball could not believe her eyes. Dinky, Prism. It did not take long for Rainbow Dash to notice the pair. "Prism Sword Dash!" she bellowed. "You are a big—" She was cut off by a copy of Sword and pounced on her. Still charging, Dinky ignited her horn and blasted any changeling that got in the way. Some attacked from the side, only to be kicked in the face by Prism. "Take that, punk! Taste!" She paused to punch another changeling. "To Prism!" At that moment, Thunder and Lightning Dash flown in front of the scene. They had been searching for their little sister for what felt like hours. The jaws dropped when they saw her riding Dinky, battling changelings. The mother had an equal expression on her face. Elzak smirked at her. "You got one tough little gal there, Rainbow." "But we're still outnumbered," Twilight declared, peeking out to the air. "I can't!" She put her huff into her mouth and whistled. Before he could blink, the tripods immediately answered her mother's call. "Get the party pants ready, girls," Piggy commanded. "Tell Daddy to bring the bunny." "We're gonna throw a party?" "Yes, girls. Mama and Cersei will be a blast." The three cheered simultaneously. As quickly as they arrived, they left and returned with 3 miniature cannons, matching the color of their fur, and 1 larger blue cannon for their mother. "Daddy will be here in a minute." Piggy's lips broke into a devious smile. "Excellent!" "Will this party have games, Mommy?" Cherry inquired. "Yes, it's called Planes vs. Clones. The rules are, blast as many clones as you can. The one who gets the most gets a cookie. No, you get 2 cookies. Oh, and..." She stuck a black mustache on her lip. "You must wear your mustache at all times." The triplets quickly obeyed, putting their mustaches on at the same time. "Good, now." She turned to her cat, surprising a changeling and pressing her. "Say hello to my little friend." Actually, now that I think about it, Pinky sort of shouted, like, oh god, I just thought of a funny gag Pinky could have done to Chrysalis. "Wait, Chrissy!" "What?" "Don't you know the bad guy rules?" "What?" "You have to monologue." "Well, I suppose if it is a rule." "Right, so you stay here, monologue to the others, I'll go get us a surrendering cake. Bye!" "Alright." As Chrysalis is monologuing, Pinky runs back, starts putting name tags on her friends, starts whispering into their ears, then goes back. "Well, where's the cake?" "No cake, I lied." "You fool!" "Pinkie Pie gotcha." "What?" "She put name tags on every pony." That would have been so much fun. "No way are we getting upstairs by our flightless babysitter with a bunch of confetti weapons." "Yeah," her brother agreed. "Let's give us some thunder and lightning." They huffed bumped each other, then flew out to grab a cloud. And emerging near 2 clouds together, they kicked their hind legs, turning the largest cloud black and causing it to rumble. Then a bolt of lightning struck one of the changelings, singeing its rear. The twins laughed and continued kicking the cloud, striking all enemies in range. Meanwhile, Pinky was rapidly firing cannon when Red Shoes tapped her on the shoulder. "Well, it took you long enough. It is really you, right?" Snelly tilted his head and touched his face. "Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's me." Dagobus pitched his head and held it out to her. "I got the bunny." "Excellent." She pointed to the Ponyville pen. "Now, get out there and sew your stuff, baby." Red Shoes grinned as he jumped up at the frame of the fountain. "Changelings and gentlebears." Several of the changelings paused for a while, and stared at the red-headed stallion confused. Behold! He stole the inside of his hat to the audience. An ordinary hat, completely empty. He pulled back the sleeves of his magician jacket. Nothing up my sleeve. He raises his hat. Presto! Red Suits pulled out a set of pink hairs. They were much too large to fit in the hat. He continued pulling, and Changeling scattered in fear. Before them stood a 6-foot-tall rabbit with sharp fangs, large claws, and a foaming mouth. His name is Harvey. Okay, Harvey, why are some of my jokes matching the dialogue now? Red Shoes said, gesturing to the Changeling. They're all yours. The enormous rabbit roared, and so did the Changeling screamed and fled. Others stood their ground, only to be flanked by Harvey's incredibly large paw. The mares and fillies looked up at the monster in awe. Where does you? A little magic trick gone wrong, Red Shoes exclaimed, receiving him for emergencies like this. Besides, isn't he just the greatest? While her army was being vanquished by a giant rabbit, Crystal scanned the crowd for her prey. Come on out, you cowards. She bellowed. Honestly, Chrissy, called Discord's voice. You must love hide and seek. What happened to you? She growled, You happened to me. Her ears picked up as she heard a twig snap behind her. She turned around just as Discord landed on her back. The two began wrestling with each other, rolling the dirt, taking turns pinning each other down. What did you mean by that? Discord demanded. The queen shouted and switched places with him, so she was on top. Woo-hoo! I was perfectly fine until you came into my life. Oh, how tragic. He rolled her into her back. I'll send you an apology card. He cried as she kicked him in the stomach, forcing him off her. The queen stood and looked grudgingly down at him. You've heard that changelings don't have heart. Ever wonder why that was? Discord was caught by surprise at this question. He scratched his head, trying to think of a witty comeback. Evolution. She groaned. Even after all these years, you're still ignorant. Changelings weren't always heartless. I still had my heart when we met. You do remember those days, don't you? He scowled. You mean when you tricked me, made me your pawn in your scheme to conquer Equestria? Oh, Equestria was never part of the plans. When you took over, I simply saw an opportunity and took advantage of it. But you said I lied. The real reason I sent you to Equestria was so you could feel the pain I had felt. I knew those ponies would never accept you, just as you never accepted me. What are you talking about? You're not making sense. Wow, never knew how annoying that could be. Now, the queen said ominously, I can have my revenge. For what? For rejecting me. This guard could not remember a time where he had been more shocked. He blinked multiple times before he was able to speak. Wait, you had a crush on me? He paused. I don't know whether I should be flattered or disgusted. Chrysalis cried out angrily and charged up her horn. Discord quickly scattered out of the way and hid behind a rock. You rejected me, she shouted again. In my defense, I had no way of knowing. He rushed to a garbage can as Chrysalis shattered the rock into millions of pieces. When I realized you had no love in your heart for anything, she growled, I sent you to Equestria so you would know what rejection felt like. Discord moved behind a crate as the queen destroyed his hiding place. I thought you and I were alike. She continued, two outcasts in a world of rejected. I thought you would understand. She blasted the crate, refilling the Draconic was huddled in a ball. He hurried inside a mailbox. But I couldn't stop thinking about you. Crystal said, her voice cracking. I had to take the pain away, so using a spell I discovered in a book of dark magics, I removed my heart from my test. Discord gagged. That's a bit dramatic, don't you think? He teleported out of the mailbox when he heard her horn charge up. He watched as she made it explode to paper. Discord searched frantically for another place to hide. This spell did more than I thought. Chrysalis said, smirking at it helplessly. When I became queen and started having children, I discovered that my new race of changelings lacked of hearts as well. Unfortunately, it meant we had to fill that empty space in our chests with love from others. Oh, but it was all worth it. For feeding off the love of others, we gained power. And power is stronger than any emotion you could ever inflict on me. With you out of the way, Equestria will be ours. Now, Chrissy, Discord said, holding up his hands as he backed away. Let's not get hasty. It wouldn't have worked out. I mean, you didn't eat your last 3 husbands? Crystal's crowd was about to cast another spell with something here on the back of her head. She looked down and saw it was an apple. Who threw that? She demanded, spinning around. It was me! The guy in the 3rd row, you putz! Lying up behind a wooden table was a purple dragon, 2 Atlas's 50s, a colt with a bandaged head, and a muscular red stallion. They were all wearing pots on their heads, and each holding an apple, except for the younger filly. Good shot, little cuz, Apple Blossom explained. Cinnamoroll cracked her hose. It's all in the ankle. Now, let's really teach her a lesson. Apple family right. Wait, right, Paul?
Yep.
Ready, aim. Their apples raised their ammo. Fire! They threw the apples at the queen, who was too stunned to dodge them. Cinnamoroll tossed some toward Spike. He set him on fire, bound with his tail. Crystal shrieked as he burned her. Why, you meddling. She prepped her horn, ready to vaporize the lot once he heard Discord fall to the ground. So he turned back and saw that he was running away. I'll deal with you later, she shouted at the family. Discord looked up to see the queen flying out. He fed his wings, hoping he picked up speed, but she landed on him with a thud. Now I can. She trailed off when she saw the battle progress. Most of her army had fallen into the hand of a giant rabbit. No, she cried, we will not lose, especially not to a bunny. She fired at the rabbit's back. It roared as magic felled him. There was a flash of light, and in the tiniest place was a tiny, fluffy, white bunny. I hopped away in fear. Harvey! Red Susan exclaimed. Oh my gosh, Snowball uttered. She's gaining more power than I thought. First I squeaked when she saw her husband lying beneath the queen's hooves. No more interruptions, Chrysalis declared, her horn glowing green. Say your prayers, Dizzy, dear. Discord tried to struggle out of her grasp, but he was too weak. Discord! Flashlight cried. She flew out of her hiding place. Screwball reached for her tail but missed. Mom, don't! A beam shot from the queen's horn, and a painful, slow-motion scream was heard. Every point, even the changelings went silent and turned to the sound. Screwball's eyes were wide. Discord's mouth fell open. The others stared at the horrific scene. I could only roll my eyes at the cliché of this. Even Chrysalis watched in shock as the yellow Pegasus fell limply to the ground. Does anybody believe the Fluttershy's going to be really in danger? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone above the age of 10? Do you really think that?